This video is intended for entertainment purposes and it should be taken as such. I hope you enjoy. Call of Duty has been a gaming franchise I played for years now. I started playing it when this installment first came out. My favorite setup for this game was a UMP-45 with suppressor, the M93 Raffica with suppressor as well, Scavenger Pro, Lightweight Pro, and Ninja Pro. But with the third perk, I'd often find myself switching it up with Steady Aim Pro. It all depended on the maps really. I truly loved the game, but ever since the pandemic of the one-man army noob tubes occurred, I stopped playing and switched over to Black Ops 1. I had a blast on that game. I would play with my uncle and my siblings, whether it was multiplayer on jungle on the hardest difficulty, hiding atop on the rock ledge, or playing zombies trying to complete the Easter eggs, which was very hard at the time. We got close to the Shangri-La one, but we ended up dying inevitably due to my stupid decisions. It was grand, and to this day I consider this game to be the pinnacle of Call of Duty. Battlefield has been a recent interest. I started playing it during Battlefield 3, and I thought it was too difficult at the time, so I stopped playing it. When Battlefield 4 came around the corner, it was a game changer. I had new skills and better understanding of military shooters. I wanted to have a specific class because I enjoy every weapon, whether it was the sniper rifles and their drop range adjustments, to the assault rifles and the deadly kill range and their great fire rates. Battlefield 1 was the one that stuck with me. The mechanics of this game were fantastic, and the setting of World War I amplified the realism of the game. The immersion of the graphics and the arsenal of the old era made me feel like I was playing a role in a movie. This game capitalized on any game on the market when it came to balancing graphics with gameplay. There was an instant where I was so furious at the game when it came to the internet lag, connection to the host, and my shitty playstyle that I ended up taking the game out of my console, throwing it against the wall, which almost hit my girlfriend at the time in the face, and then I proceeded to snap it into 4 pieces. In hindsight, it was the dumbest thing I've ever done because I threw away $25, which could have been used for other things such as gas or clothes. Lately, I've been a bit worried for the upcoming installments for these franchises, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Battlefield 5. One big factor that sets me off Black Ops 4 is the fact that there will be no campaign. Now, I'm sure many people are okay with that, given there is a new mode that will be focused on, but more on that later. I enjoy the campaigns of all the Call of Duty titles that I have played. I very much so enjoy playing World at War, Black Ops 1, and all the Modern Warfare installments. They are packed with riveting details such as jerking your emotions. They show details of the characters to feel more immersed with the characters and or plot, and the plot itself on those titles really emphasize the art of war. But it makes sense why they won't do a campaign. For one, they're just using the name Black Ops to roll in that dough. See, the Black Ops name tag, if you will, is the top 5 most sold games in the franchise. Black Ops 1 rolling in 30.4, Black Ops 2 just behind 29.58, and Black Ops 3 at 26.46 million units according to the website Statista. So it's a given. Activision's CEO Robert Kotick thought, you know what? We don't know what the fuck we finna do for the next installment. Let's just call the next title Black Ops 4 and have absolutely no correlation with the previous titles and installments in the timeline. And Wandahar was like, spank me and call me baby. I am down for that.
My glob.
All jokes aside, the second point I want to make is the Battle Royale mode. I will sound like a mockingbird, but at the moment, Fortnite is taking the world by storm. According to the website GamesRadar, Fortnite has grossed a total of 125 concurrent players in one single year. Props to Blizzard for building a juggernaut of a game. Unpopular opinion here, but I feel like the reason why Fortnite is so massive is because of one simple reason. It's free. PUBG, although it's quite clunky with some mechanics, it's a great game overall. I enjoy playing it and I prefer it over Fortnite if you ask me, but it's not praised because of the cost of money. If it wasn't for the non-existent resistant price tag, Fortnite would have not blown up. Want proof? I recently spoke to my older sibling, and we were talking about recent games we've played, World War II, The Witcher, and Super Mario World, and Fortnite. And they told me, and I quote, "Yeah man, I was trying to pick a new game to play, and I noticed Fortnite because everyone is talking about it. I saw it was free and I was like, fuck yeah, I'll try it." This is one of many examples that I have, but I digress. With such success of 125 million players, of course Activision wants some of that sweet milk, and is milking the holy udder off of the cow. Though, I do have to give them props for one thing. They're reusing materials such as maps, weapons, and kill streaks, as well as gadgets. That's very creative because they aren't sticking a leg out trying to use some quirky elements to spice things up. That's forfeit. I got something in my throat. I need water. They are sticking true to their elements and connecting all the maps together into one gigantic map. Bravo! But although Activision wants that sweet nectar, that cash, that paper trail, entered EA DICE, another juggernaut AAA company that acknowledges the success of Battle Royale mode and wants to capitalize on the mode with their own spin-off for the upcoming Battlefield 5. Though they have been very quiet, like my calf. Okay, terrible joke. I'm sorry. It's stupid. Let's move on. They have been very silent when it comes to the information for this mode. So let me give you my insight. I feel like it's going to be a successful game because it's going to feel quite native to the feel of Battlefield. Battlefield, as we all know, is a game with big maps, biggest one being Bandar Desert. With this element, introducing Battle Royale will be grand. It won't feel so far-fetched, especially with the sub-modes such as duos and squads, not to mention the vehicles. Battlefield is known as the game where you don't earn the kill streaks because you are the kill streaks, with many ranging between land, sea, and air, ready for you to kick names and take ass. Once again, these elements won't feel weird, rather it will feel native, and I can go as far as to say it will make the Battle Royale experience feel more in tune with the upcoming title, rather than Black Ops 4. Those who have played any installment of Battlefield have a near perfect understanding and feel for all the elements in the game, whether it's piloting a plane whilst doing a bombing run, or breaking down buildings and rolling in with a 4-man tank, or running people over with a police car in the Battlefield Hardline installment. Black Ops 4 will introduce vehicles, and we haven't really had any continuation of usage of vehicles in multiplayer. If I recall correctly, the last game was World at War. Even so, I feel like Treyarch will not do as good as DICE when it comes to implementing these elements. It's just not their style. I know this is a sensitive subject, but honestly, I don't care. I stand behind my words, and even if I get corrected now, we will have to wait until the full release. I know I'm comparing the games, which I shouldn't, but it's because it seems that they're placing that number on themselves. They're trying to do spin-offs off Fortnite, although ironically, Fortnite is also a spin-off of the OG Arma 2/DayZ mod. And they will always try to up the ante every time. It's predicted at this point, because all companies want to do better than the rest of the companies. And with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. Comment whatever you'd like to comment down in the comment section below, whether it's Quiet Calf, you're clueless, or Quiet Calf, good point. Whatever works is fine. Other than that, you have a great day.
Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house.